Wednesday. It's time. James, you want to introduce our guest today?
I don't know. I don't know if I should introduce it or entrepreneur. I don't know what else. There's more probably.
Yeah, funny guy.
Funny,
Funny guy.
Funny guy, all types of things.
So take us back to the beginning, man. Take us back to what made you pick up the production kit, the keyboard.
Okay. What made me pick that up was picking up two pens, bro. Like in school, third grade, I seen one of my camp counselors making beats on the table. I'm like, what is he doing? That sounds cool. The pens, start making them myself, start performing for class. Supposed to get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But the class, if the class like it, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So eventually I start getting in trouble. My dad was like, look, dog, bro, I beat your ass, bro. I'm gonna get you a mic. I'm gonna get you a mic. I'm gonna get you some speakers. I'm gonna get you a beat machine. All right, got me that. Boom. I'm in like fifth grade now, making beats. Finally got me the stew when I was like 12. We had moved off the hill. Finally got me like a full stew. And kept going. Got where I'm at now.
What's up?
Definitely.
I heard you said you moved off the hill. So is that where you came up at first?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sugar
how was
Top.
Sugar Top? So how was that growing up?
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Top is not really good, but Tomlin's not common. Maybe somewhere along the lines, but we probably the only two Mike Tomlin. Like just special treatment, questions, you know what I mean? And one time I'd had an account at PNC and I was like, Michael Tomlin. Boom, boom, boom. The lady was like, well, we know this isn't you. I was like, oh, it's like that. Because he had an account with PNC and she had accidentally picked it, pulled his up. He had a cut.
Dion, the head of Grind Mode, and Dion Jr., our intern here, both got the information at the same time. When Dion knew it was you, Dion got excited.
Ooh.
This one thought it was the other one, and this one got excited. So it was just like
That's
the contrast. Like Dion's like, yeah, we got him Tomlin, and then he's over here like, y'all got coaching. It's like, nah.
I'm the beat coach.
It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. You're like, damn, I wish that didn't
All
happen.
the time. I damn near want to say every day. But I don't want anyone to be like, hold up, cuz I was just in that bitch yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, you don't always like the outcome. But I'm not gonna say I dislike it. It just might have not been what I expected. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't record with me. You know what I mean? Not down on anybody else, but it's like a part of the package.
Yeah.
Get the beat. I know how to mix with my beats like nobody else. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, you're not the. It's funny is I've heard other producers recently come with that. Like I've heard, Norman Dean.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning of the year, he straight up said, if you come to my studio, you're getting it mixed and mastered. You're not taking this product somewhere else and then having my name on it and having some part somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel what you're saying about that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Norman's tight.
So is that how you looking at the situation? Like you don't want your name on something that you didn't get to
finish? Not necessarily. I'm a firm believer in I'll do this mix, but if you really want that master, I encourage you to go to like Tree Lady. You know what I'm saying? Because my mix, and I do some type of master, you know what I mean? But I don't know if it's what like Tree Lady and all the other ones do. So my mix is always clean, but if you want to get that final master, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
All right.
Because that final master, there's something that they do that I don't do, obviously. I can't hear it, but obviously.
So you don't hear the difference. Because I'll be honest with you, I've heard all three. I know when it's rough, and I know when it's mastered, mixed and mastered. I'll admit, if it's mixed, I probably never heard the difference.
It's none of those tracks you heard are mastered.
Okay.
They actually aren't even finished being mixed yet. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. I have a real big sound. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
As in, okay, whenever these companies fill up a water bottle, they fill it up until they can't fill it no more. And they twist the top. You know what I mean? I fill it up until I can't fill it no more. Then I twist the cap on, give away the water, and niggas drink it.
All right, this might be a question that might get you a little trouble with the city. When it comes to what side of the city do you think you work with the best when it comes to making your sound?
Work with the best. I mean, Whopper from the hill, bro, and rest in peace, of course.
Right.
I've gotten some bangers out with Walpo. I guess I could technically say Northview because of me and Mayhem. You know what I mean? Curse, bro, where are you from, Curse?
Where is he? Yeah, where is he from?
I don't know. Curse is just from the burg.
Yeah.
Me and Curse work real good. We done worked in from different studios, different cities, and all types of stuff. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Anybody I work with, I just try to get shifty, bro. Like,
What about you?
me?
Yeah, what's your process? Because you the artist is a different animal.
My process involves a lot of cardio because I'm running back and forth because I don't have my own engineer. So I make the beat. I think while I'm making the beat because I can't write while I'm making the beat. Boom. I transfer the beat over to my other computer down at the station. Shout out Whammo One. And I write a little bit more. Press record. I go in. I mumble. You know what I mean? I mumble, but I'm singing. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all taking my motherfucking notes? Oh, anyway. I mumble and I come back out. I normally find some sort of key, you know what I mean, for like the tune, the auto tune.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you need to teach a class, man.
Yeah.
Because
right now, I've been like, there's a bunch of interns down at Whammo, and I've been teaching here and there, like basics and stuff. I would like to get into it. You know what I mean? Teaching, I love to. I'm a self-taught, so.
well, not like we do the review show every Thursday, every
Mhm.
Thursday, and the biggest killer, and it's usually one or two tracks. Like nobody's out here doing whole albums with auto tune. That's like doing it in the rapper sense, and it's just like, man, I wish y'all just sat down and figured your pitch out.
Yeah, that is important because one note with that auto tune, one note off, can create a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person I see repeatedly get away with it in the industry is Future. That one note that's supposed to go up to a minor, or you know what I mean, it's always not a minor, but it works for some reason. That's that trippy sound. There's no formula. There's no structure to your art. That's what I want to say to y'all. No structure.
I feel like you sat down and actually figured out what worked for you when it came to the you using the vocoder or you just using the program.
Just the programming. I don't have it turned up high. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. I could tell. Like I could tell it's there in your music, but it's not to the point that you sound robotic.
Yep.
And that's like everybody else. It seems like they want to sound robotic.
Yeah. I have Auto Tune 3. That's the plugin. And you can do a lot more with it. You have from 0 retune speed all the way up to 60.
Okay.
So it gives you flexibility.
So with your music, your personal music, because I know you help mold your sound to help with the features you do. But with your personal music, what is the sound you're looking for?
Sound I'm looking for right now, clean, catchy.
Catchy. That's be easy for you.
Repetitive, not too repetitive, but repetitive gets people quick. They don't have to know who it is. We got the song called "On Me." You know what I'm saying? It'd be like she gonna wanna put the pussy on me. She gonna wanna put the pussy on me. She gonna wanna put it. After 3 times of hearing that, the club is like, oh, and then it'd be like, I'm gonna let her put the pussy on me. I'm gonna let. You know what I'm saying? Repetitive. It's gonna be stuck. You might be drunk. Leave. Be saying it to yourself. So something that just catches the ear. You know what I mean? Because the attention span nowadays, as the listener, is slim to none. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of songs become the bathroom break song, or the I'm about to go get a drink song, or what's this bitch number song. You know what I mean? Like when a hit come on, it don't matter what you're doing, you're dancing.
How do you feel about that? Like in the climate of hip hop going back from, I would say the 4 to 4.5 minute track to even like the 6-7 minute remix to we getting like 2 minute songs now. Maybe one verse and a hook. Maybe you might get a second verse.
The race is 145. I remember that because of DJing and stuff. The race is extremely short. I tell people all the time, don't ever do a 16. Try to start fading away from a 12 unless you really got something to say. Like me and Casino Stacks just did no Justice, No Peace jam today. And we laid 12s, you know what I'm saying? But, shorten it up because me as a DJ, everything recycles around. You know what I mean? That's the benefit of being who I am because I learned as a DJ after a while, even if it is a hit, people's like, all right, what's up, bro? Next jam, you know what I'm saying? And then it comes, especially with local artists, it comes like, oh, you didn't play my whole jam. You know what I'm saying? They get upset. But as a DJ, their job is to keep people moving. So
And I don't know about the niggas you're dealing with, but like if you keep it real with yourself, the history of the club, and you very rarely hear the whole song in the club.
yeah,
Yeah.
honestly,
Like so if you're in your feelings about something like that, then I don't know what you thought was about to happen.
definitely, bro.
So there ain't no club. You notice all the award shows, they might get a half of the verse. Even
Yup.
when they're performing at award shows, they don't do the whole
And
song.
then cut 'em.
So yeah, that seems like unrealistic. If you're like, I showed you love, I got you up there, you got two verses and your hook out there. Like to me, the most important thing is somebody heard the hook.
Thank you.
So no, that's people got to lay off the DJs sometime, let them do their job.
Yeah, me becoming a DJ made me realize how stressful it can be. Like I used to wonder, I was never aggressive with him, but I'd be wondering like, why is that DJ such an asshole? You know what I mean? Like, why is he up there mean as hell? You trying to talk to him, he's looking straight, he don't want to hear nothing. My first night, I learned that, bro. I learned that. You got a bunch of drunk people spitting on you on accident, talking about, yo, play my jam, bro. Play my jam. It's just like,
Try to show it to you on their phone on YouTube
yeah,
and
like,
shit.
yo, you got an aux cord, cuz? I'd be like, bro, no, I don't.
I feel like that might be that's like unless it's like an executive producer of a major label. I feel like that's the day you lost as a DJ. Is the day you had to hand the aux to somebody
Yeah,
else.
definitely. Right now, Flash Trav is in the best and safest way is an email because I always have Wi-Fi.
Right.
Shout out Xfinity. But I always have Wi-Fi, so just shoot me an email because with technology, sometimes when you're going to go unplug the mouse, you might hit the interface and everything stops.
Right.
Now what you gonna do? You got a silent ass, no music part. Like you don't want that. So the most efficient way is shoot me an email. Especially somebody like me because I stay in my lane when it comes to the DJing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the big boy DJs. Y'all know who y'all is, but I got something worked out with my homie Chop, you know what I mean? With Chocolate Factory. Got Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. So
That's what's up. So you brought up earlier about the WAPA news. How's that? Has that changed your insight on how you want to maneuver in the city and music wise? Or I know that's for you being from where you are, that's a tougher loss than for a lot of people.
not even maneuver in music wise, just maneuver in general. You know what I mean? Like people have been passing, you know what I'm saying, a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like the Whopper one don't really hit you. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting for him to post. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that right there just got me wanting to just stay careful, safe. Go to your destination that you're going to get there and get back. You know what I mean? Because it's getting cold out here.
I understand. I definitely understand. So, with the new project coming up, you got any plans for any touring or any shows coming up?
Touring. I haven't set up a tour just yet. I'm still waiting on a few verses. A couple of these features. I just got the Hardo feature. Who's all on there? I got Hardo, Kennedy Vaughn, Tosh Luggett, Honey Cole. That's just a few. Did I say Hawk Jr.? Hawk Jr.
Shout out to Hawk Jr. We reviewed some of his music
twice.
before.
Yeah, Hawk's dope. But yeah, it's just gonna be dope. It's called 6'9". That's the Zodiac. I'm a Cancer game. Give me something for my birthday. I'm dissing you. But I'm gonna drop it on my birthday, July 16th, 7. I'm thinking about this 8th track, but probably 7 jams. It's like an extended EP, short mixtape.
Okay. At least you rock with the rules. Everybody else is making stuff up at this point.
Yeah.
Real quick, because this is an interesting. Because I think we've only ever interviewed one other male R&B singer that like was full about this. Has there ever been a time where you thought that people were trying to like treat you like you weren't like a man or like you weren't man enough because you were trying to sing instead of rap?
Yeah.
Like, how did you handle that? Because that's always something I've always considered. Like most of the R&B singers, they come out the church, so like they were cool because they came out the church with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my point is like, it's art. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of their girlfriends, bro. You know
I
what I mean?
bet that. Like, I bet that. Oh, my biggest argument with most rappers is, hey, man, you can come out here and make all the street shit you want. That money is coming from the women.
Trust me, bro. Babe, let you know this is old. But bro, I didn't have situations where it went from me not getting any attention to putting a video on this bitch is naked. You know what I mean? Like it's been like that with singing, especially my old style of singing. I was really serenading, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's been like that. Females used to throw panties at singers and just be in the crowd like this with the rappers. I happen to be both, so I don't have any animosity towards the rap game.
No, I wasn't saying animosity. I just like it's just like the perception for young singers. Like I said, after you get after everybody knows that you the shit and you can sing, niggas leave you
Coming
alone.
up because I started dipping and dabbing with the singing at like 15.
Right.
Yeah, imagine that. Oh, you sing, you soft, this and that. Meanwhile, coming from a female, it is ridiculous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So after a point, it's just like, call me soft. I don't even want you to hear this jam, bro. I'm talking about fucking. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't even want to tell me what you want.
No, that's like I said, I just wanted to get the perspective out of you on that because that was always something I always hear people was like, oh, that's you trying to sing. I'm like, I bet he blows before you.
Or something. It's just more of a unique. Even my singing compared to like Tank or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done my singing, not dumb. I've watered my singing down because I know what type of sound I'm looking for in order to fit in the industry. If you not Tank, like Tank, just like this much got away with that win week. And that's because he's a legend and people respect that comeback because that sound on there, you know what I'm saying? It's like he kept his style, but he was, you know what I'm saying? He finessed it like he should have, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's either you singing your ass off, which is a different market, or you throwing that juice, you throwing that drip on there. Tory Lanez, August Alsina, even P&B Rock, A Boogie, you know what I'm saying? Like those are considered singers right now.
Oh yeah, no. Party Next Door,
yeah, definitely.
No, I get that. I definitely get the difference. Before I get into this, you write all your stuff though.
Yeah, there's times where somebody will say something, I'll take it, you know. But for the most part, I write it all.
Okay. So, have you ever been into the argument with what's going on with Pusha T and Drake right now? Have you ever been like that heavy on Drake? Because I've always been confused. I've known since day one that Kanye doesn't write.
It's cool until you get into a feud.
Okay.
You like if I'm not gonna let nobody write my diss because this person obviously don't feel that way.
Okay.
Drake's a legend. I'm not gonna slander.
No. That's the thing. It's like no matter how we feel about this beef, Drake's gonna walk away with this.
Yeah, definitely. But it was just like, how can you title a book "The Life of Me" when someone else wrote it? You know what I mean? Like, or how can you talk to someone about an opinion towards them, but it's technically not yours? You know what I mean? Like, it's a battle, bro. You better write some A, B, C, D, E, F, G, pull the Glock out, push your T or some shit. Like, come up with your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
For that to be on the spot, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, a couple letters. No, but yeah, that's the only thing. And Pusha's more aggressive. It was even with the Remy and Nicki shit. See how Remy was coming with that shit. Nicki turned her shit into a hit. She made No Frauds and probably got a few million. You know what I mean? It's like Drake and them know what they're doing. Right. To still, because he was still coming at niggas next, whether he wrote it or not. Shout out to Quentin. You know what I mean? Like, but made a hit. I'm upset, bro. That's a hit, bro. Can't really play Pusha T's diss in the club. They're gonna go to the bathroom.
At least on the original disc, and you really can't play the other one because it's not an original beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, you're right. Remy and Pusha are still rolling with the old school. If I fuck you up as hard as I can, niggas will see it. And it's like Pusha's lucky because Pusha has the Kanye thing going on right now, so it was seen more. Remy didn't get the same chance.
Yeah,
they got the #1 hit with her and Fat Joe for the album, and that was over.
Yeah.
So, James, I know I've been talking through the whole thing. James, I know you got some questions you want to hit the man with.
All right. So, what is your favorite thing to do, actually?
In music or
in the music? Yeah, in the music.
It's like I might have to say beats. DJing's at the bottom. I like it. I'm starting to get annoyed, but beats are probably at the top just because how fast I am. The beats lead to everything else I do. You know what I mean? So probably beats, and then singing, then rapping, then DJing, engineering. I like it. I like it all. I like it all.
So have you thought about just being like, all right, I'm just gonna make a whole full album, like producing, like singing and rapping all at the whole for the whole album, nobody else, no features.
Oh, no features. That's when I'll do. That's when I'll do. I have a real like singy album, if that makes sense.
Okay.
After this next one, after the 6ix9ine, I don't even know what I'm gonna call it. It's like more in tune into using my voice and runs and what people call actual music. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to mention President Snow. She's on my 6ix9ine tape coming 69. But yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do you do videos or anything or no?
I know how to, but I don't. You know, one of my right hands is Ice Productions, C4 Digital. He just shot me. Yeah. You know, I kind of leave that to him, but I learned from him. So just watching him, and the setup with the program isn't too off from what I do. So I know how to shoot and edit.
Do you enjoy doing joint collabs like you just did the whole thing for Skelly?
Oh, yep. Actually, yeah.
Do you prefer to do that, or would you be like, all right, I'll just give you like 3 songs or 3 tracks? Do you feel like it's more intimate? You know, whenever you go ahead and like, okay, let's make whatever you want to make. Like, I can make a.
You mean as in like for a song or for a collab?
I'm saying, well, for a song, like for songs, like making the beats.
Okay.
On that side, do you enjoy it? Be like, all right, let's do a whole, like we'll make a whole like catalog of like tracks, and then we can go from there. Or do you like, all right, here's a few tracks, like that's it.
Some people say play some beats, and if I have some, I do. But 80% of the time, I'm like, all right, I'm about to start making a beat. And 50% of the time, I'll be like, what type of beat you want? The other 50, I already know. You know what I mean? Or I know it's something that they can get jiggy with. Like the most smooth session situation I have right now is probably Curse.
Okay.
From here to Cali, we go in, we get crazy. It turns out crazy, and yeah, and me and Casino Stacks are like that also. You know what I mean? It just runs smooth. Always a nice. It's never the same sound, but it's always a nice turnout.
On his collab side, another thing I've always wanted to ask producer: how do producers collab? Like whenever there's multiple producers on a track, like how do y'all work that out? Does somebody just like start the base of it and then somebody else finishes like the middle or something? Or is it just like nitpicking around a beat?
It's like me and my partner Hayes and my other partner Tex Loke, we literally play musical chairs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I normally start the melody, like I'm kind of fast with it. You know what I'm saying? And Hayes will hop on, free Hayes. Hayes will hop on. You know what I'm saying? He'll add some ticks, and Tex Loke will hop on, and he'll add some boom booms, and we'll add what we need, and then I'll mix the final. You know what I'm saying? Mix the beat. Boom, that's it.
But it's never so y'all. What's the conflict? Is there ever been like the conflict of like I don't think that sounds right? Like how's that usually roll out?
Normally just take it out. You know what I mean? People don't normally, even me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little more experienced than my homies and stuff. But even if they're like, look, bro, that fucking sprinkler spider sound, whatever that is, bro, take that out, send that back to Animal Planet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cool, bro, I just released it. So
that's better. So working with producers is easier than like having like 3 of your boys on a song and then you have to explain to them their verses coming off.
Yeah, working with multiple artists sometimes can be hectic. I produced a song called Triple Double, the PGH remix.
Okay.
This is Tex Loke featuring Kush Wilkes. Kush Wilkes, Reese Youngin, Asco, Black J, Jimmy Whopper, Odie, Curse, Dio. Damn, all on one song. What time is it?
And then who
Do I
got
have time to talk?
Yeah.
Because this will take like 4 hours. To make a long story short, it was hectic getting everybody on separately. People asking, well, who's on it, cuz? You know what I mean?
because more people want it on?
Oh boy, that was the worst part. Everybody that came in, it was like my homie Tex Loke, he was excited about playing it, so he just throw it on. People would be like, "What did this cost? Hold on." I'm like, "Yo, bro, don't write to that because there ain't no more room in on that, bro." So it was hectic, and then we got to drop it and call it the such and such version. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put it out, but so I was disappointed. But Tex is a hothead. He was swole because the ultimate view is to get it popping, and with them extra other names that that we was getting on there. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't really mess it up. It actually turned out decent. Unfortunately, we didn't get to shoot the vid, but it's boning on YouTube and stuff.
Oh no, thank you. That's we don't hear that back. Like we don't hear like I did peep the track before, but we don't hear the backstory of well, all these dudes came in.
And then the order, people was like, "Yo, put me like, yeah."
Oh yeah, if there's 8 people on the track and you somehow made it at 5, I bet that dude you hear that dude for the next year.
Yeah. Yerk was saying, "Yo, my part's closer to the end." I was telling him like, "Bro, if you and Kurtz fit the end, like when DJs play this, they make sure, they probably double make sure when they see your name is last that they play the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's PGH mix, you better not turn it off."
Right.
Mm-hmm. So everything ended up panning out cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Yerk anyway.
So before we get into this food, I want to get a little lighter with you because we're also a sports show. What's your favorite sport?
Watch or play?
Both.
I really don't watch sports, to be honest. I'll pick up a basketball and cross the fuck out of everybody.
I guarantee the 2 people at the table for sure.
Yeah, I'll probably cross them too, but they'll swat my shit. I'll miss if they don't swat it, but I had the handles coming up. I mean, like the handles, they used to call me Hot Sizzle. Shout out.
You like Riley on the Boondocks?
Yeah, I don't even know him, but facts. All I know is niggas could get crisscrossed. Tell me the rock.
So you never was into watching sports at all, though?
I used to act like it for my pops. I mean, like, yeah, go whatever the fucks. You know what I mean? But not really. I always had a studio. I had a studio since I was 12 in these sports.
All right, well, before we get on to this food, last question for me. James might ask some more. Who would be the producer you looked up to the most growing up?
Timberland.
Okay.
Timberland. And then Timberland, then Manny Fresh. Boy. And right now, Metro.
Okay.
When I meet Metro, hopefully I get to meet Metro. That's when we're going to do that tag team and beat thing I told you about. The studio is going to catch on fire.
So, James, you got anything before we get to your baby?
Well, I was about to ask who would you want to collab with, but it already. Now, what about like as an R&B artist? Who would you want to like collab with? Even if it was like
singing or producer for him?
Singing.
I want to do a jam with Paper Love. He's up and coming. I work with an artist named Kennedy Vaughn who recently did a jam with Paper Love. We went to Atlanta. She kicked in the bread for the feature, made the beat on the spot. We did it. But he's coming up right now. He got a jam with 10 million views. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Paper Love. I mean, so right now, I would want to work with Paper Love.
Okay. So this is Who on White Wednesday. You're the Who. My man here had the bright idea to put a what in this at one point. Okay. So I'm going to toss it over to him.
All right. Let's get it.
So, yeah, unfortunately, no food for today. It's all. This isn't really happening. Yeah. We're not actually.
I'm going to say, if you want to chug a whole bottle, I'm not here to stop you.
These are alcoholic beverages?
No, none of these are alcoholic beverages.
I say we've only had 3 episodes with alcohol. One of them was chocolate.
Chocolate
covered alcohol. Yeah, vodka filled.
It was real vodka.
So when's my next interview?
I mean, we can get that good. Yeah,
I'm trying to try some chocolate, whatever y'all talking about.
That was pretty
Which
good.
one was it? Me or was it James that bit into it and had it like drip down their face?
Oh.
No, because
I don't know who it was. You won't get an answer from me.
But yeah, it was literally, as you as the guest, you get to pick what we try. When you get the order of
Key lime, and I'm assuming almonds last. So
brave souls.
I don't know.
It's
If
only,
it's,
it's only 5 minutes. So whenever you get your
I don't
glass,
know about
get a
this.
smell real quick, and then just.
it don't smell alright.
The last couple days, that's what's been scaring the shit out of me about these taste tests. These things don't smell.
Oh, what the fuck?
And that's it. I mean, what? Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Y'all ready?
Oh,
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
First of the 3 taste tests for him.
Let's get it.
Oh, if that shit was warm, I'd have probably left the table.
Who drinks that stuff?
Where did you get this one from, Max? Shout out to our Asian and Oriental food markets in the Pittsburgh area for supporting our
Oh,
show.
that shit's thick, bro. That shit's thicker than my girl. What the hell?
Hopefully, this is supposed to be one that tastes good, man.
Ooh.
yeah, this one better damn well tastes good.
Hold on, fam. Hold on. This shit smell like, listen, listen, Malachi, you listen. Oh, you from the hood. Not saying everybody else saying, but listen. What do this what it smell like? You know the freezy pops, bro?
Oh shit.
The ones you cut in the middle?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
It's like a tube.
The big one.
You twist them if you ain't got the scissors.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, this smell like that, bro. It smell like sugar
Oh, he
toffee.
is right.
That's crazy. All right.
Smell like ice cream.
It's got to be milk.
Scarred me because it always hits me with that. So, all right, this is the one that I've been off for weeks.
Oh,
Well, then that's the same question I could be asking about rice because I've been buying rice milk.
damn. Cashew milk.
Cashew milk. I got all the milk.
This shit's about to be. Oh, cream soda. It might not be that bad.
I'll say it is cream. It's gonna have a creamy taste to it, but it's still gonna be on.
Hold on.
You don't have to have the shots for yourself.
This ain't that bad.
This actually doesn't smell like that.
You don't smell that. First tomato juice corn shit just came up. What the
All right.
All right, so we almond soda, not the milk. It does smell like- I'm not down on that.
Let's get. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that was better for probably alcohol. Like you could probably mix that
yeah.
with something and that'd be fire.
That shit is better for fear factor. That shit is better for tomato juice detox. That shit is a corn.
Tomato.
That shit's corny.
I don't know why it tastes like this. Like I was thinking it was like, oh, this can be straight sugar.
Oh no,
This can
I thought I was about to go into a diabetic shock or something.
be- yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They put sugar. That's some fucked up shit. You know that gum that really tastes like fish and shit. Like you can give it to people. It's a prank. That's some prank pop, bro.
He just wants to go get this gum now.
Yeah, where's this? Yeah,
Light bulb just went off. You said that. He said fish gum. Get in there.
Spencer's.
Spencer's.
Yes, you can. They'll be like, yo, you want a piece of gum? It'll taste like ass.
You'll be doing this segment alone.
Oh yeah. Oh, your shit'll be up.
You get another piece of gum with it.
It'll look like a doctor interview. We had a fucking man shit.
More for stuff later, man, after all the project and stuff come out, because believe me, we had people leave the table. I threw up in December.
Oh no, I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
Can't eat that.
But yeah, again, we will find some vegetarian stuff. I think the second worst thing we tasted was the seaweed. Seaweed fucked everybody that was on the show.
Listen, I've had a 2-ounce shot of pure wheatgrass before. I probably do seaweed. You know what wheatgrass is? Like I went to this place called Juice Salud or some shit.
Okay.
I said, can I have the wheatgrass shot? These motherfuckers, excuse my language, will pull up some shit, bro. It's real live grass in this shit. They snipped it. They put it in a juicer. The grass went from lime green to green. It tasted pretty bad, but I might be able to handle seaweed because of it. Because this shit, I
They
asked
didn't
myself.
add anything in there? Like, well, we'll throw in some fruit or.
No. I got a smoothie, but I said this was when I first started getting vegetarian. I'm feeling like, yeah, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, let me get a straw nana smoothie and a wheatgrass shot, mother. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Took it, bro. It even had me woozy. Dude said, I asked him, I said, what does this do? He said, all right, imagine you eating 40 salads right now. Said no. But he said that's what it do. It just gets you super nutritious fast. So I might be able to handle the seaweed.
So thank you again. I know things got a little wild when you came in and things got changed, but thank you for being patient.
That's all good, bro.
Let everybody know who isn't in the know, because I feel like this is one of the interviews where the people watching already should be on your Instagram and your Facebook and all that. But let them know where they can find you if they in a hole.
You can find me on Instagram, official M Tomlin. Same for my Twitter. Find me on Facebook, Mike Tomlin. Make sure it's not a nigga with a John with the shit. But that's the coach. Just look for dreads. That's me. Snapchat, Tomlinese, and all that other good stuff.
All right. So
Album
again,
coming soon, 69.
yeah.
I don't know.
What's the date? No date yet, or
July 16th.
All right.
Not album, EP, I'm sorry.
All right. And make sure you hit that social media, man, because he be out here performing all the time. You just finished the Landmark Fest last week?
Day, yep.
Yeah.
It was lit down there. The weather turned out nice. You know what I'm saying? Stage AE packed up. Kids was out bouncing around houses. So, definitely lit. Did a little WAPO tribute. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? Taylor Magnum was up there. Shout out Taylor.
All right. So again, it's GM Worldwide Radio, Unfiltered. Tomorrow will not be Rap Jerry. I just want to let y'all know that now. Will be Overly Unfiltered, the highly anticipated return of Overly Unfiltered. It's our, remember Tosh.0?
Yeah.
That's our
Something like that.
That's our segment where we review all the wildest videos we can find. So that's us tomorrow. So again, thank you for coming through. James, you got anything you want to say before you know?
there's nothing else?
Justice for Antoine Rose Jr.
Hell yeah.
Sure. All right, y'all. We'll probably be back in a little bit to get y'all that